Welcome back everyone to Global War 1936 and Operation Lone Ranger. In this video we're doing turn 17 for the common turn, so nothing to do with the CCP, so we'll go right on over to Republican Spain, and really not much to do here either. We're just gonna sit tight there in Madrid, and then we will roll for our recruitment roll, which will be I think at an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. At an 8 or less. And we get it. We hit it at 5. So I think for them we're going to take we'll take another infantry, and we will put that in Madrid. Okay, so that'll be it for Republican Spain. Now let's go on to the Soviet Union. So we have 2 tech roles. We're going to go for advanced mechanized infantry and for long-range aircraft. Let's see, we are not on the board for any of these. Oh, and we hit on both. Nice. All right, so we move up to stage 1 for advanced mech, and for LRA, stage 1 as well. Okay, so for purchases, we are going to go all infantry like we've been going. And that's going to be all of our IPP spent to purchase 14 infantry. For combat moves, we are going to declare war on Sweden, and kind of a bit of an unconventional move here, but we're going to go for that. Mostly because this will take away the extra bonus IPP that Germany is getting from Sweden either being neutral or being German occupied. So if it's occupied by us, then he's not going to get that bonus there. So he's got 3 infantry. We're bringing in 3 infantry, a medium armor, and we're also going to bring in a tactical. He's going to come out 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, and going to land in Helsinki. And then we're going to blitz our medium armor, and he's going to join up with this jet fighter to try and take over Gotland. And so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he'll come back to Helsinki as well. So we'll have the blitzing armor there. We also have to contend with their fleet, so we're going to bring our entire fleet, 4 submarines, 2 destroyers, and 1 light cruiser. So let's go ahead and resolve the naval battle first. He's got a coastal submarine, a torpedo boat destroyer, and 2 coastal defense ships. So coastal defense ships will go there at a 6. Torpedo boat destroyer defends at a 2. Coastal submarine defends at a 2. Ordinarily it would have first strike ability, but since we have destroyers present, they will not get that. And then we have 2 destroyers at a 4. Light cruiser at a 5, and then 4 fleet submarines, I believe at a 3. Yeah, they're at a 3. Now, he doesn't have any destroyers present. Actually, let me look up the rule and see if torpedo boat destroyers counts as negating first strike for submarines. Let's see, where would that be? Probably under combat. Return to combat. It's probably going to be under naval combat. Submarines have the first strike ability unless the enemy has a destroyer present. Doesn't really say anything about torpedo boat destroyers. So So yeah, torpedo boat destroyer is not going to count towards that. So we have 4 fleet submarines that have first strike at a 3. Oh, that one's, we're going to re-roll for this one. I think it's leaning more towards a 3, but we'll re-roll it. And it's a miss. Okay, so we get 1 first strike, and he will take out the coastal submarine. I think he can take a submarine as a casualty. Can submarines sink other submarines? I would assume that they could. Submarines can never cause a hit to an aircraft. I don't see any rule here. For submarines not being able to yeah, I don't see any special rule. So Sweden's gonna take the coastal submarine as its casualty. Actually, you know what? It might be better to take the torpedo boat destroyer. And the reason for that is if they don't get 3 hits on us, we can salvage the coastal submarine, and it would have to submerge after the first round. Yeah, defending submarines must submerge after the first round of combat. So he would get to submerge. So yeah, we're going to take the torpedo boat destroyer instead. All right, and then we have 2 destroyers at a 4. That's a miss. Here's the other destroyer. That's a miss. And then we have a light cruiser at a 5. And that's a miss. All right. He has a coastal submarine at a 2. That's a miss. And then he's got 2 coastal defense ships at a 6. And he gets a hit. All right, so we will lose a fleet submarine. This submarine has to submerge. So he will go back on the map. Now this submarine will become German. Regardless of whatever happens, if we aren't able to take all of Sweden, then the remaining Swedish units would become German and the territory would become German. And even if they do take over all Sweden, I believe that fleet submarine would convert over to the German side. So, all right, so round number 2. 3 fleet submarines at a 3. There's a hit. 2 destroyers at a 4. And there's the other hit that we needed. And he's got 2 coastal defense ships at a 6. And he gets another hit. So we will lose another fleet submarine. And he will lose both of his remaining ships. All right. So these guys will be stationed here in A13 with this submerged coastal submarine. That at least, for Sweden, that at least gives Germany gives them a free ship. Okay. Now let's do the battle for Norland. So he's got 2 infantry defending at a 4. It's not mountain terrain because we aren't crossing the border to mountains, and there's mountains not surrounding the roundels. So it's going to be normal stats here. So 3 infantry at a 2. Tactical bomber at a 7. Medium armor at a 6. And he's got 3 infantry at a 4. All right, tactical bomber at a 7. Let's re-roll that. It's kind of cocked. All right, we'll count that. It's a 7. It's a hit. Medium armor at a 6. That's a hit. And then 3 infantry at a 2. Oh, nice. We get a 3rd hit there. All right, and then he's got 3 infantry at a 4. Wow, he gets 2 hits. Dang. All right, so we'll lose 2 infantry, and then, of course, he will lose all of his. Okay. So the tactical bomber will go back into Helsinki. I think I dropped my medium armor. Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. So the medium armor will go up to Gotland. Infantry has to stay there in Norland, and then we will resolve combat for Gotland. And then we'll deal with roundels and adjusting the IPP and all that. All right, so he's got an infantry defending at a 4. Let's see, no terrain negatives or anything. And then we have a medium armor at a 6 and a jet fighter at an 8. Now this is kind of risky because if he gets a hit, then we might have to lose the jet fighter. Okay, so a jet fighter at an 8. That's a miss. Uh-oh. Medium armor at a 6. That's a miss. And then he's got an infantry at a 4. That's a miss. Jet fighter at an 8. That's our hit. And then he's got 1 at a 4. And that's a miss. Woo, dodged a bullet there. Okay. So we take over Gotland without any issue. Well, we gave him 2 opportunities to hit us. So let's get some roundels here. Norland, Gotland. So the armor goes into Gotland. This jet fighter goes into Helsinki. We got to change out this factory. To a minor one. All right. And then that's worth 3 IPP, so we move up 3 IPP, which we will take it because we're desperate for money at this point. So that puts us up to 37. Germany will lose 3 IPP from their bonus that they were getting for Sweden. I believe that's all for that. Let's see if there's anything we want to do here in our home country. We're not going to let the Germans surround us for free, so I think we just go to non-combat moves at this point. Well, we do have 1 combat. We're going to take Western Kazakhstan back. It's not worth anything. And then the rest will be non-combat moves. So we're going to rail We're going to move 1 infantry up to Earl. We're going to rail an infantry down to Gorky. Move another infantry from western. Let's see. Move 1 infantry down into Kaluga Oblast, and then 2 infantry will come down from Karelia into western Russia. This cavalry will move back 2 into Leningrad. I think, or do we want to move any of our factories? I don't think so. I think we're good for now. Okay, let's place some units. So we have a total of 14 infantry. Probably going to need some chips here. We're going to put down, let's see. We're going to put down the maximum of 10 into Leningrad. So that's going to put us up to 24 in Leningrad. So I'm going to move those. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That will leave us with 4. And they are all going to go into Moscow. So a green chip and a gray chip equals 4. And in Moscow, that will give us a total of 10, 20, 34, 35 infantry in Moscow. All right. So I think all that's left to do is to collect some income. Our base is at 37, and then we get plus 4. 2 for propaganda because we have Moscow and Leningrad. And then we still have Kola that's open and not being, the Soviet Arctic line's not being raided by Germans, so we get 2 for that. So that will put us up to 41 for next turn. 41. All right, that will do it for the common turn, turn 17. Next up will be Japan. Thanks so much for watching. And until I see you in the next video, take it easy and see you later. Bye-bye.